Today, I want to talk about something that most men completely misunderstand: trust. Not the kind of trust that comes from time, not the kind that comes from being reliable or keeping promises, although those matter too. I am talking about a deeper kind of trust, the kind that makes a woman open up in ways she rarely opens up with anyone, the kind that makes her share things she has kept quietly to herself for years. Because here is what most men don't realize: a woman does not share everything with everyone. She is selective, careful, she watches, she observes, she tests, not manipulatively, but instinctively. She waits to see if you are the kind of man who can handle what is real inside her. And when she finally decides you are, something shifts, the walls come down, and she starts sharing things that tell you everything about how deeply she trusts you. Today, I am going to tell you exactly what those things are. Thing number one: her past pain. This is the first and one of the most significant things a woman shares when she truly trusts someone, not the surface level story, not the edited, socially acceptable version. The real story, the one that still has edges, the one that shaped her in ways she doesn't always talk about. Maybe it is a difficult childhood. Maybe it is a relationship that broke her. Maybe it is a failure she has never fully forgiven herself for. Whatever it is, she has carried it quietly, and she has not shared it with many people, because sharing pain requires believing that the other person will not use it against you, will not minimize it, will not walk away because of it. Psychologist Brené Brown spent decades researching vulnerability and found that sharing personal pain is one of the highest forms of trust one human can offer another. It requires courage, and it requires feeling deeply safe. When a woman shares her past pain with you, she is not just telling you a story. She is handing you something precious, something she has protected for a long time. Handle it with care, because the way you respond in that moment will either deepen her trust forever or quietly close the door. Thing number two: her deepest insecurities. Every woman has parts of herself she is not fully at peace with, things she wishes were different, fears about how she is perceived, quiet doubts that live beneath the confident surface she shows the world. She does not share these with everyone. In fact, she shares them with almost nobody, because insecurities are the most vulnerable parts of a person. Sharing them means risking judgment, risking rejection, risking the thing she fears most, being seen fully and found not enough. When a woman shares her insecurities with you, when she tells you the things she is afraid of, the parts of herself she struggles with, the doubts that keep her up at night, she is doing something extraordinarily brave. She is trusting you with the unpolished version of herself, and that trust is not given lightly. It is earned, slowly, through every moment you showed up with patience and without judgment, through every time you made her feel that she was enough exactly as she is. When she shares her insecurities with you, you are not just a man she likes. You are a man she feels genuinely safe with, and that is rare. Thing number three: her real dreams and ambitions. This one surprises people, but it is deeply true. A woman's real dreams, not the ones she posts about, not the ones that sound good at dinner parties, her actual private, deeply held dreams, are some of the most carefully guarded parts of her inner world. Why? Because dreams are fragile. They can be dismissed, laughed at, called unrealistic. And when someone dismisses your dream, they dismiss a part of you that is deeply important. So she learns to be careful about who she shares them with. When a woman tells you what she really wants, not what she thinks she should want, but what she actually wants for her life, she is trusting you with something she may not have said out loud to anyone. She is trusting you to take her seriously, to see her fully, to believe in the version of herself she is still becoming. If she shares her real dreams with you, listen, not to fix, not to advise, just to hear her. Because being truly heard is one of the most powerful gifts you can give another person. If this is already shifting something in you, hit that like button right now. It helps me keep bringing this content to you every week completely free. Thing number four: her family struggles. Family is complicated for most people, and the complications, the difficult relationships, the unspoken tensions, the wounds that go back to childhood, are not things most people share openly, because family struggles feel personal in a way that almost nothing else does. They touch on identity, on belonging, on the deepest questions of who we are and where we come from. When a woman starts sharing the real dynamics of her family with you, not the highlight reel, but the honest, complicated truth, she has decided that you are someone she does not need to perform for. She trusts you enough to be real, to be messy, to be human. And in a world where everyone is carefully managing their image, that kind of realness is one of the most intimate gifts there is. Thing number 5, her fears about the future. Everyone carries fears about the future. Fear of being alone, fear of making the wrong choices, fear of not becoming who they hoped they would be, fear of being hurt again. These fears live in the quiet spaces, the moments before sleep, the long drives alone. They are rarely spoken out loud because speaking them makes them feel more real. When a woman shares her fears about the future with you, she is doing two things simultaneously. She is trusting you with her vulnerability, and she is unconsciously including you in her future, because you do not share fears about the future with someone you see as temporary. You share them with someone you hope will still be there, someone you trust enough to be uncertain around. If she tells you what she is afraid of about the road ahead, she is not just being vulnerable. She is telling you that she wants you walking that road with her. Thing number 6, the thoughts she has never said out loud. This is the deepest one, and the most rare. Every person has thoughts that have never left their mind. Ideas, feelings, observations, confessions that have never been spoken, sometimes because there was never a safe person to say them to, sometimes because the thought itself felt too strange or too honest or too vulnerable to put into words. When a woman says to you, "I have never told anyone this," pay attention, because what comes next is not just information. It is a piece of herself that she has never shared with another human being. She is choosing you as the first person to receive it. That is not something that happens by accident. That is not something that happens with just anyone. That happens when a woman has looked at you, really looked at you, and decided that you are someone she can fully trust with who she really is. When she shares the unspoken parts of herself with you, you are not just someone she is comfortable with. You are someone she has chosen, someone she has decided is worthy of the real her, and there is nothing more meaningful than that. So here is what I want you to remember before you go today. 6 things: her past pain, her deepest insecurities, her real dreams, her family struggles, her fears about the future, and the thoughts she has never said out loud. When a woman shares these things with you, do not take it lightly, do not rush past it, do not minimize it, receive it, honor it. Be the man who is worthy of that trust. Because a woman who trusts you completely, who opens herself up at this level, is offering you something that very few people in this world will ever experience. And the man who knows how to hold that trust is the man she will never want to let go of. Subscribe to Diana Wells Hub so you never miss a lesson. Because next week we go even deeper into the psychology of love, trust, and connection. I'm Diana, and I'll see you in the next one.